and welcome to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia. Last time we did more side quests, mainly a guild quest. This time we have returned to Aurnion, that is the wrong tab, with the necessary things that we need, which is super redundant. So just to reiterate, mystic orbs you can find from the fancy parasol at Kerbokram. Quadra is the one of the mimic chest enemies, so I don't think that's like refightable very easily. And quite frankly, everything's pretty easy to come by, except we got crystals, crystal spirits. That's easy. I'm going off of memory, by the way. The one that we're a little bit foggy on the details for is the Great Leo Fang. Where's the right tab? That is not it. So, to find the Great Leo Fang, your best bet is to go near... Oh, that's a dungeon! Wrong tab. Going to... Zaude, actually, and checking all the low points of seagulls. You may have to rest a few times in and recycle them, or reset them a few times, or in my case, about 7. And thus... you will have, eventually, Great Leo Fangs. Again, that's the only hard item to come by at this point. But hey, we can actually finally continue rebuilding the town. Hey there, Yuri, did you manage to collect the materials? Treated flowers are also a little bit hard to come by. Mostly plant enemies at certain islands, I think at night. Sorry to keep you waiting, this should do, right? Yep, it's exactly what I need. It must have been tough getting it all. Nah, it wasn't so bad. Heh, yeah, I'll bet it was a cinch for someone like you, Yuri. Hey now, hold on here. Are you trying to butter me up so you can ask for something really hard to get? I can't fool you, Yuri. Come on, join the Knights again. Flynn could use your help. I've got my own work to do. Besides, I'm helping enough as it is, aren't I? Well, I guess that's more your style anyway. So what's next? This next one is the last request I'll make of you. With this, we should have everything we need. I'm going to need 1 green light stone, which we already have, 1 pitch black ink, which we already have, 1 rare metal, you know the drill, and well... And what? Come on, spit it out. It's hard to say, I don't feel right asking you for this. So it's gold then, just say it like it is. You're still as hesitant as ever, I see. You're as perceptive as ever. You're right, it's gold. So how much do you need? About 500,000 gold. With that, we'll be able to have any remaining resources we need shipped in. Okay, so that's a green light stone and pitch black ink, a rare metal, and 500,000 gold. And that's a lot, but I'm counting on you, Yuri. I promise this is the last time. Gotcha. Be patient, okay? We have almost 600,000. Problem, there's actually another quest that requires 600,000 exactly. So, that's gonna be fun. Just checking, making sure. Oh, Doctor, thank you for your help the other day. Doctor, you mean me? Yes, of course, you treated me in the hospital the other day. You're not usually working in the hospital, though, are you? No, I'm usually out traveling. But you know, I'm not really a doctor. Hey, what's up? This is the doctor at the hospital I was telling you about. Oh, I didn't think she'd be this young. Maybe I'll go pay you a visit sometime soon. My shoulder's been hurting me a bit lately, you see. But I'm not... Oh, so this is the famous doctor girl. Yeah, it's her. Thanks to this miracle work, I'm the very picture of health. See, keep up the good work, doctor. Right. Thanks again, doctor. If I feel sick, I'll be sure to come and see you. But you see... Looks like you're developing quite a fan club, Estelle. Maybe you should start collecting magazines to put in your waiting room. This is a bit of a pickle. Now, I don't know if it's the next step, or the step after that requires basically having a ridiculous amount of HP healed. By ridiculous, it was a lot. I don't remember the number, but it was a lot. Quite a bit. So, how much gold do we have? I guess I should go over the items too. There's pitch black ink and there's jet black ink. I think they were dropped by the same enemy though, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't remember which one he wanted, but they are dropped by the Johns and the Enduring Shrine of Zaude and the Aquatia at Beldibo Bay. I don't know where that is. Again, just kind of scour the area. You'll eventually find it. Rare metal, a little bit of a snag here when it comes to rare metal. If I can find it in the inventory. I still have it, do I? I didn't sell it by accident. Fawnstone, from the Gentle Singer. I wonder if this is also a reference to Phonons. Probably. Greenlight Stone, I showed already how to get that. Where the heck is the rare metal? Like legit, where is it? Glacium ore, da-di-da. It's probably just because it was on the left side of the list first time, but now I'm just confused because it's like other items have bumped it down. There it is, it's on the right side, just as I thought. Yeah, you get it from Poseidon of all places. Yeah, don't do that. Really don't do that, because you basically only have a chance of getting it anyway, and then you actually have another chance of getting him to spawn in the first place, so I can't really recommend doing that, in all fairness. Why am I going to Dongress? I want to go to Mantake. But the good news is, and yes, there is good news to this, you can actually get them from search spots, like the Great Leo Fang. So that really helps a lot in the long run, not having to try to fight Poseidon again. I might actually try to go out and fight those super bosses again, just so I can level up a little bit more. Because I am a teensy bit underleveled from where I want to be. Yeah. Nobis, you shouldn't be out of bed. Can't afford to lie about all day. Yeah, you're really in great shape. Got your Everlight. Where is it you've got to run off to now? I must find the secret text that details the process of Everlight refinement. What's so special about that? It's Roste's ore. Everlight is all but useless, of course. Oh yeah? That's true. It's a metal, so you won't be able to do much with it unless you removed all the impurities first. Everlight must be refined according to a specific process. Our guild had the method written down in a secret manual. It was taken on a journey long ago, and its whereabouts remain unknown to this day. And you were going to try and find it. But why? Why would you put yourself at such risk? It is for the sake of the guild, for the soulsmiths. So what are you going on about? Our guild is facing a crisis that threatens its very survival. Survival? But you're one of the 5 master guilds. Thanks to this ability, the barriers have helped create. Weapons are no longer the valued items they once were. It has been many years since anyone joined our guild, and nothing will slow the aging of our oldest members. So what does refining Everlight have to do with that? In the art of crafting weapons, no ore is Everlight's equal. Now that you mentioned it, I think I remember reading that most famous weapons are made from very specific metals. For better or for worse, the world today is a calamitous place. Perhaps weapons we forge could play a role in restoring order to such a world, and glory to our once great guild. Even though I have acquired the ore without the manual, it is as nothing. Even still, you shouldn't overdo it. So you look like someone who'll stay put just because you tell him to? This is borderline obsessed. Guess I should have seen this coming. Okay, we'll go and find your secret manual for you. You? Meanwhile, you stay put here like you're supposed to. By the name of brave Vesperia, by a certain night sky, we will take the job. Well, Yuri, did you plan on asking the rest of us? We are striving to live lives of justice with punishment for the unjust, are we not? Yeah. Didn't Rihanna say something about her old man mining that Everlight and making something out of it? Oh right, that lady you had a crush on who hired us to look for your necklace. That's right, I'd forgotten about Miss Rihanna. Maybe if we ask her about this, we'll get some idea where to begin looking. Let's go and find out. And off we go to the other side of the world again. Kind of a wild goose chase, huh? No, wait, what? Mantic is in the southwest. So we need to go to the north. Because Dawngrest. Apparently there's something you can do post-game at Pharaoh's Crag where you can actually unlock a special dungeon. Not sure if I'm planning to show that or not. I'm trying to remember if the special dungeon had anything to do with the Fell Arms, or if I'm thinking of the wrong thing, which could still be the case. No, wait, I want to go through this exit, because otherwise I'll have to run through the entire town, trying to find this. So it should be, oh, I did not mean to push that button at that particular moment. It should be, our next stop should be at the inn. Alright, Carol, are you still going to take a pass on being your teacher? I've been thinking about that. And what did you come up with? Well, I figured there's no point hiding from her forever. We can all go together. Oh my, if it isn't Carol. Hi there, it's been a while, hasn't it? And all of you, you're Carol's friends then. Miss Rihanna, I'd like you to meet my new guildmates. I heard you've gone from guild to guild. I think it's time for you to grow up and commit to something. This time I'm in it for the long haul. Oh, you are? Well then, you must finally have been blessed with a truly understanding group of friends. Yeah, I have, and I heard you're engaged to be married. Congratulations. Yes, that's right, thank you. Speaking of your high-strung groom-to-be, I beg your pardon, he's actually referring to the necklace given to you by your fiancé. You did say your father had fashioned the necklace out of Everlight himself, did you not? That's correct. We've heard that Everlight can only be forged using a very specific process. We were wondering how it was your father might have come to know such a thing. I'm afraid only my father can answer that. Any idea where we might find him now? He's no longer with us, unfortunately. He passed away some time ago. That means he belonged to a metalworking guild, though. Perhaps they could help you. Really? Where could we find the other members of that guild? Another continent lies across the seas to the west of Dawngrest. That's the continent of Urzorea, right? Yes, a strange little town exists on the continent's northernmost reaches. I've never been there myself, but they call themselves the Galactic Gearbox and I have a shop there. Thanks a lot, we owe you one. Let's roll. Here now, Carol, you should know by now that haste makes waste. Oops, sorry. Can't promise that my father's guildmates will know anything at all. That's okay, we'll just go see. Keep your friends close to you and give it your very best. I will. Please continue looking after Carol for me. We have not been there yet, which actually feels weird that there's a town that's like only there for a side quest, so that seems to be what Urzorea is all about. Just side quests. Not anything important for the actual narrative. Just saying. It kind of feels a little bit odd having an entire continent and yet not really having any plot significance to it. Even Makai ended up having plot significance over this continent. North. So, wow, I wish it was a night. It's hard to see. It feels like it's hard to see detail on the ground at night. It says this is northern Urzorea. I'm actually kind of wondering if this is where it's actually supposed to be. Didn't exactly see any other towns. This thing. Hello? What's up? Do you think you might be able to show me that item you have? Ah, perhaps the luxury toy series has caught your eye. I was just one of those, after all. I'm so jealous. What the heck's so great about this toy? pretty hard to find these days, you know. It's quite a shame. Oh, you didn't know? I heard that you can get them from that capsule machine right over there. What? Really? It was just a rumor, mind you. I tried my best, but I didn't have a bit of luck. I thought perhaps you'd gotten the one you have from that very machine. Nope, it was reward for work that very brave Vesperia did. Brave Vesperia? Is that the name of a guild? Well, we really dabble in a little bit of everything. A guild? Perhaps it wouldn't be too much trouble for me to ask you for a favor then. No problem. Anyone who shares the same interests as Old Raven is someone who's deserving of a little assistance. Do you think you could get 11 items in the luxury toy series for me? You can't buy those in stores, can you? And we don't know if they're even in that capsule machine. Perhaps, but there may be people out there who have them, and I've heard more rumors that there are capsule machines in other parts of the world as well. I know about those. You gotta put in gold or some other stuff to get anything out of them, though. So you know of more, then please look for these toys for me. I'll make it worth your while, of course, and let me give you this as part of the reward. Tiara? I got that in a capsule, but it's not really my style. Young lady, I think it would be quite fetching on you. Thank you very much. It looks like it matches with these clothes very nicely. Well, now that we've gotten a reward for the job, I guess we've got to do it. We'll go look for the toys for you. Thank you so much. Okay, not what I was meaning to do, but hey. Okay. Just looks like she's passing out over there. So not this town. That's why I'm gathering. You know what would suck? And I have a feeling this is going to be the case. There's probably a toy in a municipal place and we can't complete this quest now. I don't know what the reward will be. Probably a title for Raven, if I had to guess, since he was expressing interest in the first place. But I'll have to look into that a little bit more in the future. And where the heck is this town that we're supposed to be looking for? Northeast Vesperia. This Namkabanda Isle. It is so foggy I can barely see. Can be Myorzo, clearly. Shrefdai Mountains. Haven't been there yet. Yeah, if it wasn't for all this fog, maybe I could actually find this place. But yeah, I'm having a heck of a time seeing it all. It's just part of the problem. I don't know, my first thought is in one of the islands, but it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot here. No indications of towns whatsoever. I'm gonna fly to just despawn enemies and check around a little bit. Okay, this is actually really baffling. I'm like legitimately struggling to see the ground. Which is always fun. So this is Mimanji, right? Yeah, that's it. And again, a lot of times you just end up having to wait for weather to go away, which is always fun. Unless there's just someone in another town that is, you know, difficult to find, which can always happen, and quite often happens in this game, it feels like. Like in Imanji, it doesn't feel like there was anything else. Northern Isles, Namkabanda Isle. So yeah, Namkabanda ends up being classified as something different, which is a little bit interesting. Let us see here. Apparently it's actually Namkabanda Isle. I don't know why they said yours is Vesperia if it's actually over here. This quest is long, by the way. I should mention, apparently it's really long. We have to look for somebody in particular, apparently. Welcome to the Galactic Gearbox Shop. What sort of trinket are you in the market for? We've got some dazzling earrings made with the finest silver. Step right up. You don't have much in the way of weapons and armor, do you? Afraid not, ma'am. We focus on aesthetics here. We didn't exactly come here to do shopping, or go shopping. Yeah, that's right, I'd almost forgotten. Well, if you're not here to shop, what is it we can help you with? We're actually wondering if you can shed some light on the method for refining Everlight. Hey, you think he means that stuff Kale had written down in the old book of his? That would be my best guess. That's it. That's what Nobis is looking for. I don't know what we'd have done without that old book. Processing Everlight is a pretty tricky business, you see. Would you consider lending it to us? We could even make a copy for ourselves if it isn't too long. Problem is, we don't have it anymore. The Imperial Knights came some time ago and took it with them when they left. The Imperial Knights? Whoa, hold on, I'm being framed. Framed, I tell you. You happen to hear what this group of knights call themselves? Wasn't it something like the Kimor Brigade? Kimor. Never thought we'd be hearing that name all the way out here. Yeah, he snatched that book right up, called it heretical. Of course, he was just feeding us a line. Should have seen his face light up when he first heard us mention it. He must have seen it as a surefire way to start making some heavy weaponry. So no talent hacks that always seem obsessed with making the biggest toys. Well, what now? If Kimor took it with him, then I imagine the knights would keep a pretty close eye on the stuff they'd confiscate. Not too familiar with the protocol myself, though. Why don't we try asking Flynn? Maybe that's our safest best bet if the old man here can't help us. Looks like we're headed to Aurnion. Yay! Wild goose chase. While we're there, I guess we should also rebuild the town if the guy's there yet. I'm not entirely sure what the timer is even on that guy. But yeah, there's a bit of a timer where you can't like rebuild all 3 phases of the town at once. You have to kind of spread them out for some reason. I'm not sure why. It doesn't really make much sense, but hey, whatever. I'm also a little bit surprised only the last phase requires called and not all of them. By the way, with my flight routes, I'm definitely clearly avoiding the area near Aspio, because I don't want to accidentally trigger a cutscene and get sucked into the final dungeon while just sort of puttering about in the overworld. That is my reasoning. Not there yet, so we can save a little money for now, at least. The one benefit. It's good to see you, Yuri. You must be tired. Feel free to rest up here. I'd like to take you up on that, but we're actually in a bit of a hurry. We must be moving on once we've asked what we've come to ask. Ask who, me? Did you ever see a secret manual for finding metal ore among the items confiscated by the knights? A secret manual? No, confiscated items were always the jurisdiction of the Schwan Brigade. What, staring at me isn't gonna help? I'm not that Schwan guy, you know? Oh yeah? Sounds like Schwan was even more clueless than I thought. Keeping track of all these items is basically paperwork. It's not something a captain usually deals with. You know, this one's not so bad after all. Thank you. Unless it's a recent acquisition, we should have a copy here. But I'm not seeing anything that looks like a manual here. Oh well, we had to check. Thanks, man. We're going to get going. Yo, Yuri. Huh? Give him hell out there. Where did this manual wind up anyway? I wonder if Kimor didn't just pocket it for himself. If he did, we'd find it at his place in the royal quarter. A little light burglary, huh? Now we should ask someone at the house to go see if they can find it for us. Might as well go check the place out, you know, where Kimor's pad is, old man? It's on the east end of the royal quarter, back at the capital, if memory serves. That's right, Kimor's from a pretty well-to-do noble family, isn't he? Royal quarter, huh? Wonder if they'll be so kind as to let us in. Don't worry, I'll see that we're allowed to enter. That should make things go a little smoother. Alright, come on, let's go! This is reminding me of something. And my gut reaction is Thousand Year Door. You know the part if you ever played it. Again, I don't even need to say anything specific because if you've played Thousand Year Door, this is the worst part of the game by far. No question. So, big fetch quest spanning the entire world is not my favorite archetype in the game ever. Not gonna lie, I'm not really a fan. Oh, well, here we are. East. Huh. This is... What? Where was this place again? Like Mario's? Who the heck is Mario, though? Is the problem I have still? Like, we still don't know who he is. He has a really fancy house, clearly, but we know nothing about him, and it's just kind of a giant gaping plot hole. Again, apparently it's a giant gaping plot hole they at least tried to amend in the PS3 version. I was reading there was an additional side quest that actually dealt with Mario. Why won't my brother come back? No one's left to oppose the marriage. Nina's been waiting for him this entire time. I have to do something so that the three of us can be happy again. I can't rely on anyone else anymore. I have to help him. Does something seem odd about Shell to you? Hey, Shell. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Well, it's about your brother. Oh, don't worry about that anymore. I'm so sorry I asked such an odd favor of you. Please forget I ever said anything about it. But what about Clay? I've been thinking about it, and I've decided that I can't entrust this sort of thing to anyone else. This is something that I have to do myself, so please don't let it trouble you. Now, if you'll excuse me... What was that all about? He said he'd handle it himself. You think he's got some idea where his brother might be? Hard to say. It still bothers me a bit, but if he says he doesn't want to help, I guess that's the end of it. This leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Basically saying you mess up a side quest. Nice. Question. East of the Royal Corridor, how do we get there? Because there's like no east? Because there's a gate? Oh man, this is a long quest. Wow. Wow, this looks like quite the procedure. Okay, I'm just trying to read what to actually do. It's not really making sense, but there's apparently something about cooking, which is like, okay then? No, she doesn't need to be in the front of the party for this. But like, okay, you have to cook first. I'm trying to see if I even have the recipe it says, and I actually don't. So that's gonna be interesting, having to track that down too, but we'll worry about that next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Tales of Vesperia.
It looks like you got your sea legs.
Yeah, I still get a little seasick, but the sea breeze feels so nice.
The pooch seems to be pacing around in circles in the middle of the ship. Think he's sick?
Oh, no, he's not sick.
Then what's the matter with him?
Well...
Hey, you silly pooch, come here!
Hey, Rita, I wouldn't pull his tail like that if I were you.
What's the matter with Rapide?
Oh, he's just afraid of water is all. Hey, Rita!
Ow! Get back here, you!